Hello, friends. Welcome to Founder and Chief Engagement Officer of Dr. Helen Holton and Associates, and your host of Dr. Helen Speaks, Strengths, Resilience, and Leadership. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you, and we do not take your presence lightly. Not at all. There are so many other places you could be right now and doing something different, but you're here with us. And so we're going to add value to you. This is our time together. And it's such an incredible opportunity to continue on this journey of lifelong learning. And I talk about it all the time because that's what the best leaders do. They're always in learning mode, continuously adding to that source of information that empowers you and helps you show up in a bigger way. And our way of adding value to your life as a leader and your leadership whenever you tune in is what we strive to do, to have you walk away with some nugget of new information that will empower you and your leadership, that will take you to that place where you're like, yeah, know what I mean? We hold a firm commitment at Dr. Helen Holton and Associates to invest time and energy into you by bringing you relevant information to pour into your leadership, your knowledge base, to add to your next leadership level. Because if you're here and you're a leader and you're in leadership, yes, you're here because you're looking to move up to the next level, whatever that may be for you. One of the most significant lessons I've personally learned is that the most effective leaders are lifelong learners. Mm-hmm. And who you learn from matters. It really, really does. Turn on the TV or stream some whatever and look at how people are showing up, or TikTok or Facebook or wherever you go to become informed. Be selective about the choices you step into. As a leader, you may go to those places, but don't dwell there unless that's your audience that you're after, because they can suck your time up, which is, we'll get into that more as we get into our topic for the day. The more you invest in yourself by choosing to learn and expand who you are as a leader, oh yeah, that's a real big deal. We want you to do all of that and some. It's about you and how you're showing up to do you. Yes, I get emotional about it because when I see the transformation of leaders, when they really are intentional about being a leader, when you continually and consistently invest in your leadership development and your personal growth, you elevate your leadership forward. And it's not that difficult to do. So I'm meeting with a client soon, and the one request I had was bring your report in hard copy. Not too much to ask. What, 13 pieces of paper, double side print? And people are like, oh, well, can I just bring my laptop? Well, no, you got to bring what I asked for. I'm bringing everything else. It's going to take all of it together. Oh my goodness. It's hard to explain if you don't know what it is. And maybe they're just caught up in the times we're in right now. I don't know, but I'll find out soon. But the more you continually and consistently invest in your leadership development and professional growth, you elevate your leadership forward and how you show up to lead. That's what I'm here for, to equip and empower you to effectively engage is essential to your success. No one can do what you do better than you. My role is to encourage, motivate, and inspire you to keep investing in you, to be your best you, to be the best leader you can be. And in a nutshell, that's why I keep showing up here every week to help you be more of who you are, to help you do you better. It's just that plain and simple. It really is for me. You see, this is my life's work. I shouldn't even call it work. It truly is my purpose, passion, and calling. And the social proof of that is through the hundreds of coaching sessions with leaders and teams that I've had the honor and privilege to experience, the trainings, the facilitating, all of that, to experience phenomenal transformations locally, nationally, and globally. Do you have the opportunity to do what you do best every day? This may seem like a simple question, but it's not. It's really, it's an opportunity to go within. It's so full of potential and possibilities to keep you thinking, growing, and moving forward toward your best life ever. I was listening to a podcast the other day on leadership by John Maxwell. He said some phenomenal things. But the biggest takeaway for me was that people retire from a career. Yeah. A purpose, passion, and calling. You don't retire from that. That's your whole raison d'etre, your whole reason for being. And when you find that sweet spot, mm, 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 doing what brings purposeful meaning, joy, and fulfillment to your life gives you more life. Yes, it gives you more life. The value of aligning who you are at your best is worth talking about and sharing with others. It's positive reinforcement to keep you going forward. And if you're going forward, guess what? The people you lead, the people who follow you, have the potential to move forward with you. Some may surpass you in a different pathway or lane or whatever their calling in life is. And there may always be some that you got to help move them along. But here, I can talk about this all day too, but I'm going to keep up with our topic today. Have you noticed the increase of mail you're getting lately? And not just any kind of mail. I mean, it it adds to my recycling those hard paper copies. Yeah, which adds to my recycling and is rather annoying because I have to weed through all the junk, the stuff I don't want, that only comes this time of year to get to the things I need to get. We've entered into the season of holiday hustle, bustle, and hurry. Chaos is calling all around. Woohoo, it's calling, clogging up your inbox, your outbox, your mailbox, the roads, byways, and highways you travel. Even the back road shortcuts seem to be not as short these days. Mhm. What's a leader to do to stay calm over the chaos? Choose to lead by example. Great way to take your mind off of all of the stuff and to really get down to what it means and how you can show up as a leader. It takes thought and intention. Yeah. Thinking about it is not enough. You can think about it till the cows come home. Intention is when you take your thoughts to the next level towards implementation of something you're going to do and show up with power and influence. So this is what I want you to think about. How can you stay calm and prosper? Yeah, that's a biggie. Stay calm and prosper. I love that. This, when you're able to find that space and hold that mindset, yeah, because really it's a mindset. It's also an opportunity for you to upskill your leadership and increase your influence. So, as you think about where we're going, I want you to keep this in your mind for the moment. Let calmness rule your day over chaos. And it is most definitely possible. So you need not even worry about the impossibility of it. And so before we jump in, make sure you've got something handy to capture your thoughts, questions, ideas, and aha moments. A notebook, journal, tablet, smartphone, heck, even the back of an envelope will work. Capture them so you can easily refer back to them. And in this season, you want to really refer back to them and reflect on what comes up for you around them. Expand your thinking and continue to build your life, your leadership, and most importantly, your legacy. And I say most importantly because that's what you leave behind. That people will remember and share with other people. Think about the people who said and done things that you were never around to know who they were or how they did and achieved what they did, but they did it. Yeah. So, what we're talking about today is how you stay calm over chaos. And chaos is on steroids, largely due in part by the VUCA. Remember volatility, uncertainties, complexities, and ambiguities of our environment today. Look at the weather. We don't even have seasons anymore. We have weather where you can get a 40-degree temperature shift in less than 24 hours, or precipitation that was never forecast that shows up in a mighty way. But that's a story for another show. Let's take a look at some of the ways that you can confront the challenges that you're facing right now in this hustle bustle that we're in, this chaos, in the season of giving and the season of love, the season of family and friends and travel and all of that, and junk mail and all the ads. To get to the stuff you really want, you got to weed through all the stuff you don't. And then by February-ish, it'll taper off. Yeah, you got to get through January white sales and all that stuff. Stephen Covey said, and I'm a fan of Stephen Covey, another leadership guru that makes a lot of sense. He said, I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Yeah, I am not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. Now that's a mantra worth repeating. I really love short, powerful affirmations that you can take the high road. They help you rise above the fray when faced with challenges, especially challenges of chaos in the air, because it's out there. Here are a few ways you can navigate the chaos. Number one, maintain your composure. Yeah, you want to just put on your game face. You want to demonstrate emotional intelligence by staying calm and composed in the face of uncertainty and stress. Yeah, when they work in your nerves and you're like, what else can go wrong? You're the leader. You want to lead by example. You can vent later, but in the presence of others, you want to put on a posture of composure. What this does, it sets a positive perspective for all those who see you. Wow, look, all this stuff, she doesn't even seem to be bothered by it. He's not flinching a bit. Composure. Hold it. People are watching. They're following your lead. At least giving thought to how can you be so calm in this chaos? Number two, clear communication. I think I'm finding that I talk about communication a lot lately because communication is like that linchpin that can take your leadership exponentially higher, or when it's not working well, it can take you in the other direction. I'm not even going to say it out loud because you want to focus on clear communication, communicating authentically, openly, and transparently. What do you have to hide? Now, that doesn't mean you go expose other people's business, but it means you want to be transparent in how you're showing up to do what you do. That no one can do better than you because they're not you. So, you want to clearly articulate in simple language the current situation. Yes, you want to keep folks informed. You want to look at the steps that are being taken, and you want to have an expected outcome or two in mind. If you take these steps, you get your team to follow you. Now, let's just say it doesn't work out. It won't be because you didn't have a plan. It won't be because you didn't have an expectation of some outcomes. And by the way, if it doesn't turn out with one of those outcomes, you've got some information to go back and figure out how do you retool and repurpose, still with clear communication to move the team forward. You understand this. Your clarity reduces anxiety and builds trust and confidence. Now, what kind of leader would you want to follow? One that exudes clear communication, building trust, reducing anxiety? That's the kind of leader I want to follow. One that makes me have hope in what's possible in this season of hope. Yes, it's Advent, season of hope, the period of hope. Well, hope all the time. Number three. Okay, I'm feeling a little giddy today. I don't know why. Maybe because I was excited to talk about this because I've had these moments of chaos creep onto my platform. Not where we are here, but in life. And I could have like really taken it out of proportion or really gotten a little wonky about it. It just wasn't that deep. It's like, hey, I can't make decisions for other people. I gave clear instructions. Oh, here's the thing that I've noticed it lately. You can send people detailed instructions to get something done, and they don't read them. Yeah, by the time they actually read what you sent, they don't have time to scramble and come back to where they should have been had they done it in the first place. Yeah, we'll look at that one some more too. But anyway, yeah, number three, be decisive. Mm, Nothing can be more unnerving to me. I don't know how you respond to it with a leader that can't make a decision, that vacillates from one thing to another. Don't do that. Don't be wishy washy. Make decisions promptly, even in the midst of chaos. That's what leadership is called to do. It's not a perfect science, and it ain't easy. But everybody wants to be a leader. Oh, I want to be in charge. I want to be the leader. For what? If you aren't willing to be bold, brave, kind in the process, and a little daring. Anyway, be decisive. A chaotic environment is ripe for indecision. Indecision can actually be detrimental to everything that you're doing. You can lose some of the influence you've gained by being indecisive. You want to assess the available information. There's got to be some information about the chaos you may be finding yourself in. And you want to look at it, see what your options are. You do your best to make an informed choice. And then you want to take decisive actions. What's it saying? Actions speak louder than words. You can talk all day, but until you do something, you've not done anything. Number 4, empower others. Oh my goodness. Yes. Why should you have to hold on to everything when you have a team? Help the team to grow and develop into leaders, which becomes a part of your legacy because you're pouring out of your well of wealth and information into others. Now it's up to them to choose to do something with it, but you want to foster a culture of empowerment. Encourage your team members to take initiative, make decisions within their area of responsibility. They should not go into someone else's lane and start making decisions. That would not be a good thing. But distributing leadership using this kind of approach of empowerment can enhance the agility of your team. These days, if you aren't agile or willing to adapt to rapidly changing scenarios, you're going to be left behind because I'm going to tell you, things ain't coming back to grab you. You got to jump on, and it's important to know what are you jumping on to. You can't jump onto everything because we all have the same amount of hours in a day. We burn out, we fizzle down. And so you want to share the responsibility, empower others. Number 5, focus on solutions. Don't be in that, well, let's wait till we get more information. Why don't we sit on this for a week or two? If you think the people that you lead, that work for you, that contract with you, if you think they don't notice when you're not focused on solutions, you're stuck in the problems, they do. They do. I was chuckling about a story a leader shared who asked his executive assistant one day, tell me all the ways you know that I'm not doing things well. I want you to take some time and think about it. And she said, I don't need time to think about it. I can tell you what they are right now. He was floored. This is why engagement and how you interact, and particularly in the one-on-ones with the people who report to you, get you to a place where you can do that. When you shift the focus from problems to solutions, don't dwell on the challenges. Emphasize problem solving. That's what moves the needle forward. Not sweeping it under a rug, but settling it. Either we're going up, down, whatever needs to happen. But encouraging your team to generate creative, out-of-the-box thinking, ideas to overcome obstacles, gives you more choices to consider. And some of them might be really, really good. Some that you didn't think, oh, great that you have a team. Number 6, build resilience. That's a hallmark. That's an anchor for me that I would not be here today without resilience. I really would not. And I was resilient when I didn't know I was resilient. And when I found out, I said, oh my goodness, not only am I going to do this, I got to share it with people. Because a lot of us need to understand we have within us the ability to overcome any challenge that life brings us. It means we have to develop it, become aware to it, know what works for us and what doesn't. But it is, man, it's what you call one of those superpowers in your toolbox of leadership. So fostering a consistent, there we go again, a consistent, resilient mindset within your team. And you can only do that if you have it within yourself. So you can't give what you don't have. But what it does, It's set up for times just like this of chaos and confusion and volatility and uncertainties and complexities and ambiguities. This is a moment to be resilient. Yes. Help your team at an individual level and collective level to understand that upsets are a part of the journey, they're a part of life, and it's essential that you're able to bounce back stronger. And you want to know that that's what you're doing, which is why you've got to have an awareness and focus on being consistent at the things that help you rebound from chaos and challenges. Celebrate small victories. Don't wait till the big aha moment when the project's done. No, you need those little incremental baby steps. They actually motivate you and inspire you to go in and tackle the next one, to boost morale. They add to the big victories over time. Over time. Number 7, continuous learning. You've got to foster a culture of lifelong learning. Invest in your people, invest in their leadership development, their professional growth. Yes, do it. You and your organization will be the better for it. Your team, you want to make sure you encourage them to learn from experiences. All of our experiences are not successful. Some of them are really major failures, but I tell you this, it's in the greatest failures if you stop being focused on the failure and look at the elements that contributed to that failure. Oh my God, there's so much to learn to make you more resilient and to be further along on that leadership path. It promotes a growth mindset and it makes you more adaptable, more agile to future challenges. Incorporating these practices into your leadership and how you behave can help create a resilient and adaptive team capable of navigating the complexities of a VUCA environment and remaining calm over chaos. Keep this in mind. Sincerity and consistency are twins, and they are the key to becoming an intentional leader. They really are. When you incorporate these practices into your leadership style, you really are creating and shaping the culture where team members feel valued and motivated to contribute their best. Absolutely. And so when you commit time for regular reflection on who you are, how you're developing as a leader, how are you growing professionally, the actions you take to make a difference will drive you that much closer to experiencing greater alignment of your strengths, vision, and career aspirations. And by the way, it's not just relegated to career aspirations, some of your life aspirations, and how to communicate with greater impact in your role as a leader. Modeling leadership and effective communication are like the 1 and 2 that the most successful leaders have mastered. So this is a proven path to your leadership success. This draws you closer to what at Dr. Helen Holton and Associates we refer to as the TBD principle. Think it, be it, do it. You got to embrace it. When you think it, you better spend some time reflecting on it to be clear that it's something you want to be. And when you get clear that it's something you want to be, what time is it? It's time to do something with it. Absolutely. I'm Dr. Helen Holton, your host for Dr. Helen Speaks, Strength, Resilience, and Leadership, and the founder of Dr. Helen Holton and Associates, an executive leadership coaching, training, consulting, speaking organization, and author. Well, I'm an author in other people's books, but stay tuned. because Dr. Helen's book will hit the market first part mid-year 2024. It's in the works. It's in the works. Say it with me. It's in the works. Yay, yay, yay. But I'm here and show up each week because of you, because of you, to motivate, inspire, and help you engage deeper with vision you hold for you, your team, and your dreams. Not just for today, but for tomorrow as well, because your future begins right now. Seize the moment. Truth be told, it's the only one you have, which is right now. Do something with it. Seize it. Yes, make it count, because the next moment is not promised. I'm Dr. Helen. Follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. You can reach me at all those locations, searching for Dr. Helen Holton. I so enjoy being with you, and what a difference you make to my day. And for that, I say, thank you.